Welcome to Chessington World of Adventures on what is a monumentous day. As you hear the happy birthday there for the vampire, it is 35 years old today. So obviously I'm here. This was my first big coaster, back in 1990. I did ride it the year it opened. Makes me feel really old, but the fact they've got music especially for it is absolutely mad. There is no messing. We are heading to Vampire and we've already found a member of management and we have got the limited edition 35 Vampire pin badge, which I can tell you now I will be keeping hold of and no one will be getting. I won't be wearing it, I won't be opening it. Now, funnily enough, there's a lot of people here that obviously know it's Vampire's 35th birthday, but there's a lot of people that don't. Either way, we're going straight to Vampire. There's just no ifs or buts about it. We'll take you along for the ride today as we celebrate this. Keep an eye on the channel because we are here for the evening as well. Very special behind the scenes coming up. So make sure you're subscribed and like the video. But today is all about getting on the rides and of course celebrating Vampire's 35th birthday. Would have been really nice if they'd have brought back the old entrance for today somehow, wouldn't it? But the Easter egg hunt is on as well. We will cover the Easter egg hunt, but as you can imagine, everyone is heading straight into Vampire down here. And we'll get in there eventually. It's a slow walk through the queue line. The Vampire is open, and it's open early. I should just point out that it is only 5 to 10. And the first rides have gone round, the queues are open. They're not messing around today. The queue for this is going to be huge. Here we go, it's our first ride of the day. We do get an exclusive ride later on, so we might not queue the 90-minute queue that it currently has, which is outside the gate. But rest assured, first ride of the day has got to be Vampire on its birthday. And I still think, I know many have disagreed, I still think this is the best station that we've got in the UK. I know a lot of people say Wicker Man, but for me, especially now this has been redone and refreshed, look at this, come on. Marcel's got a birthday hat on. Marcel has got a birthday hat on. Nothing beats the atmosphere of the Vampire. I still like to see it a bit louder in here, especially for its birthday, but it doesn't matter. Marcel is all done up for his birthday, complete with hat and cake. John Wardley has just got on the front of the Vampire, which is the train we're going on. Unbelievably, we're getting on the same train as John Wardley. That is incredible. To ride the Vampire with John Wardley. That is John Wardley. So we've just ridden the same train as John Wardley and I've just had a chat with him afterwards, and that is the first time he's ever ridden Vampire flawless, ever. Never ridden it. It's a question I had to ask him of whether or not he'd done it before. That's the first time he's ever ridden it flawless, which is absolutely unbelievable. You know what, I really don't care if I get to ride anything else today. I mean, we're going to go and do some rides. I just don't care. That was riding the Vampire with John Wardley on his very first time of riding it with the new trains, which means he's not ridden that in 25 years. Just, wow. That has blown my mind. I know it's not for everyone, but for me, the guy's an absolute legend and one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. We'll see him again tonight at the event as well. And I'll get a picture and everything with him then, but unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Oh, right. I need an ice cream. It's not open yet. Definitely looks better here in Zufari. A few little extra details added on the wall as well. And this one has no queue, which is why we've headed here next. Because the queues are quite busy actually. Rattlesnake had 35, so did Croc Drop. Tiger Rock's now open. It wasn't first thing. It's a warm day today. I am in a jumper. I'm a little bit under the weather, so I'm not risking anything. But no one's made it down here yet, which isn't unusual, so we'll do this one first. Oh, giraffe.
Beasts. What's that? Rhino! The rhino around the reserve are white rhino.
Great to get back on Zufari. Still a little bit of work required, but great to get back on it. I think we're going to do Tomb Blaster next. The queue for Tiger Rock has got quite big, unsurprisingly. And we just want to see, we know it's got a 30-minute queue, it's not queuing too far around. I'll just point out, Kurt did tell me it was spinning. It is spinning. It is spinning again. But it's not too far around, so I don't think the queue is going to be too bad for this. And again, we've got a behind-the-scenes tour of this later on, so stay subscribed. Honestly, it's the first sneak peek they've ever done of it, and we'll bring it to you here on the channel. The classic Mac ride. I wonder if anything else has been done inside. The tunnel is working, people. It's fully working. It's not too bad, to be honest with you, especially considering there is a full train of people. But yeah, tunnel working. Nothing else to report inside a Toon Blaster, but tunnel working. Cappies are sleeping. One of them down there in the mud, one of them's a bit further up, but basking in the sun as Giant Tortoise is loving life down this end. We do like a nice special milkshake. I think this is all dependent on whether Ben & Jerry's is open, but I have to say, I quite like the look of that. Might investigate some more. I'm hoping on a day like this that Ben & Jerry's is open. I mean, it just looks a mess, doesn't it?
That's in an Easter egg.
That's in an Easter egg. It's busy at the park today. Mandrill is on a 60-minute queue. Fury's right out the gate. I mean, that's 75 plus minutes. Vampire's still at 75 minutes. Tiger Rock's still at 75 minutes. You know, everyone said people would be avoiding Chessington this year because Wild Asia isn't here, but actually, I'm going to respectfully disagree and say it's as busy as ever. Now, funny enough, actually, we haven't really seen much downtime today either. Everything seems to be running relatively smoothly. But I've talked myself now into milkshake and ice cream, so we're going to have to wait, I think, for Ben & Jerry's to open. It has been many months, but I knew I didn't dream seeing tortoises here, and I didn't. There they are. It's the hottest day of the year here at Chessington, so I'm going to queue for Tiger Rock, which is currently sitting at 50 minutes. I have to say, I'm not convinced it's going to be quite that long. We're 10 minutes in already, and we've kind of just got to get over the bridge, but all seems to be running well here at Chessington. No complaints from me. Just need to cool down a bit. It's nearly Tiger Rock time. I have to say, 25 minutes to get to this point from the entrance, I think is really good on what is clearly a busy day here at Chessington. If you want to see more of Tiger Rock, we have it on the channel. You can go for the hill climb, see behind the scenes. Oh, it's really fascinating it was, but really need to cool down. And I think this is the best way of doing it, unless, of course, we go on Gruffalo later and one of the jets is broken, of course. Of course. Slightly over 25-minute queue there, which I thought actually was really good on a day like this. They do make you share the boats as well, so the throughput is brilliant, to be honest with you, absolutely brilliant. Not too wet, a little bit of a splash. I think I got wet last time, actually, I went on it when it was freezing cold, and I probably shouldn't have gone on it. But running really, really well, without any seeming problems. Again, the only issue is if you are coming down here, you can't get up the top end, so it's a walk all the way down and then a walk all the way back out again, but it was worth it. From Tiger Rock, we've headed back down to Vampire to show you some of the merchandise, and there is a little bit of, you know, celebration. You can actually sign it if you bring a pen in as well. But 35th birthday for Vampire. Now there is a donut they're doing, and then we're going to show you some of the awesome merchandise they've released, especially for 35 years of the Vampire. A nice purple donut with an edible Vampire 35 on top. It is purple. It does kind of fit. Done by Planet Donuts. I might consider one for later on. I might. I have to say I haven't seen these before, so they're Vampire style ones in the font with a little vampire keychain on. You can get, well, obviously any letter you like. That is quite awesome rather than the generic ones they tend to have. But there is more here. There's more Vampire stuff for 2025. It's quite busy in here. But also there is more 35 merch. So we've got some nice lanyards. You can get your medal. I do love what they've done with some of these, and this is quite weighty as well. This isn't sort of the old basic round ones. You can get the key ring, That is classic retro vampire, which I absolutely love. Bottle, and of course the 35 mug. If you want to prepare for Christmas, you can get the bauble, which is on promotion at the moment. And we've got the kids range, we've got the bag. I have got the bag, I'll be bringing it in later. The duvet set is only £20 at the moment, which I think is really, really good. Teddy bear, we've got a range of t-shirts. And we've got a range of more t-shirts over here, some new ones as well. Some of these are really nice. That's a retro one, this one's new. I believe these are new as well. One of these does have vampire written across the back. That one there, look at that. And it's good to see we've not criticised would be a hard word, but we have said they just don't do enough merch for their own roller coasters, and this is like one of the most iconic coasters in the country. So to see something like this on a jumper with retro label embroidered is brilliant. So you got 40 for the top, 45 for the retro, 40 for that one, 50 for the hoodie, 50 for the hoodie, 50 for the hoodie, 25 for the t-shirt, 30 for the Bite Me one, slightly different fabric, obviously with the embroidering, and 25 for that. And I think that is a great range. Now, there's one more thing to show you. For £6, you might have seen us on the Merlin site, the Vampire 35 pin badge. I did pick one up earlier, and you've got various magnets and things as well, which are back for this year. We have made it inside the Gruffalo. Did say 25-minute queue. We've queued about 35 to 40, I think, to get on. I still don't think that's too bad on a day like this, to be honest with you. Quite a lot of it's under shade as well, which is quite nice because it has got really hot outside. So again, you see a lot of people getting off wet. I don't want to say they put their hand in sprinklers, but I imagine they put their hand in sprinklers. Oh, it does smell nice in the Gruffalo, and we got all the lights working. Granted, once they're on colour, but the mist is on. You can really smell the scents in here. I don't know. I just feel like as we reach the 10-year mark of this, that if they've got Minecraft and they've got whatever's opening next year coming, they could shut this potentially at the end of the contract and, I don't know, do something with it, something different. There's going to be a lot of IPs in the park. I'd love to see this go back to an original format. The green lights have gone off. It's still quite bright up here, but there's new lights on the Gruffalo, and that, yeah, it's still bright, but it's better. There's nothing like the fountain finale. I say it every time, but I do really miss the bubble work. It was just so alive in here. Whoa, but I am wet. Oh, my foot's wet. My foot is soaked. That is not funny. That is not funny. My foot is soaked. It's a beautiful day here at Chessington. Now, obviously, the Explorers event was cut slightly to an Easter event, and they are actually doing an Easter egg hunt where you can go through, pick up a 6-letter word, and get yourself what I believe is a bar of chocolate. Of course, there are no events on. However, there is a Meet Bonnie the Bunny up the top there on average every hour throughout the day, and you can have a photo opportunity with Bonnie the Bunny. But there's nothing on at the mini stage, there's nothing on at the Seatopia stage, and there's nothing else on. They work up, but there is still an event on. You can get yourself some chocolate. I would imagine these can be quite easily funded, to be honest with you. It's probably the reason why they do it. But still things to do. We still got some rides to do though. It says they're open till 5. Now they have actually extended opening until 6 o'clock for the park. Not every ride. The Vampire thing starts quite early. So funnily enough, Vampire, Gruffalo and the surrounding rides around there and the major coasters shut still at 5 o'clock, but things like Tiger Rock, Toon Blast and what have you will be open till 6, which is at the top end of the park where generally you would be parked. We're only parked in a hotel because of the Vampire event this evening. So that's great to see. It's a beautiful day at the park. The temperature is actually supposed to peak at 5 o'clock at 21 degrees. It feels hotter than that already, to be honest with you. So it's good to see that they are adapting and opening for an extra hour for everyone. The sea lions are chilling in the sun. All 4 of them are absolutely flat out. They have no interest whatsoever in doing anything, and I don't blame them. That wraps up Vampire's 35th birthday day here at Chessington, but we've got more content to come up. Please make sure you're with us because you won't want to miss it.